So there's something called the nourishment barrier, and it is an experience that someone can have where it's very difficult to receive loving, caring support. I had this so significantly that I would go, like I remember there was this really nice chiropractor who I was going to, and it was covered by my insurance, and it was so easy and close by my house, and the I loved this guy. He was like super interesting and engaging, but I could tell he really cared about me and was interested in me and liked me as a person. And it felt so uncomfortable that I quit going because it just felt too icky to have someone basically experience me in a positive way. It was really hard for me to eat, really hard for me. If anyone said anything nice, I would like turn it into something harsh. And this just came from childhood experiences of feeling like it wasn't safe to receive because it was always tied in with something that ended up being dangerous. So, understanding this nourishment barrier was really helpful for me so that I could begin to sort of unravel it and so that I didn't feel so confused at my own resistance to being cared for. And this is something that people definitely can experience working with me because I'm now an incredibly caring, validating, like affirming person. And that can actually feel bad if you have some version of experience of the nourishment barrier. So I'm going to go through it and we'll learn more about it together. Okay. So this is the experience of having it feel hard to take in what we need. Okay, so it's a internal wall that can rise up when we try to receive things that are good for us, like food, rest, kindness, love, or care. It's not because we're being difficult. It's not because there's something wrong with us or we're broken. It's just because our body made some association along the way, whether in this lifetime or ancestrally, that receiving wasn't always safe. So some examples could be if you feel anxious or overwhelmed when someone offers to support you. When you eat nourishing food, it makes you feel heavy, uncomfortable, or safe. When you are like longing for love, fantasizing about love, but then it shows up and you just want to run away. Some people call this like an avoidant attachment style, or it's what's it called? Not a mixed, it's a disorganized attachment style. You're like, really, really want it, and then you're like, never mind, I hate it. Um, it's this can happen for folks when they try to meditate or rest, and it brings up fear or disconnection. Um, it can show up when we receive compliments or encouragement, and they feel like they're like pressuring us or lying to us. So why does this happen? It's just your system trying to protect you based on past experiences. Might be something like if I let this in, I'll fall apart. Or for me, a lot like if I let this in, then I'll owe them something, or I'm being manipulated to do something for them. It's safer to go without than to risk needing something I can't keep, like it's going to be taken away or it's not going to be consistent. I don't deserve to receive. Um, this will be taken away, so it's better not to get used to it, etc. So your body, brain, and heart all learned how to survive. Sometimes by just like shutting down the pathway to nourishment. Okay, so how to support ourselves with this? Just knowing about it and naming it can eliminate a lot of shame. So, like, this is just how a part of me learned how to protect me. There's nothing wrong with it. And it actually is really helpful in a lot of ways. It probably got you through the experience of having inconsistent care. It doesn't mean you're ungrateful or resistant or difficult or broken. It just means this was something that you've experienced and your body and parts are validly wary and concerned. So we can go very slowly with this. In dialectical behavioral therapy, they talk about like the one drop, like just sort of like microdosing goodness or kindness. So we can just we don't have to like eat a whole meal or take in a bunch of love and care. We can take just like a single breath of kindness or a few seconds of intimacy through eye contact or just a moment of rest. And then let yourself do some self-soothing or distress tolerance uh, afterwards, knowing that that may be a lot for your system. We can invite it in, but we're also gonna like keep it really low pressure. So, um, when we try to take a little taste of encouragement or care or um, nourishment, we with food, we can just say, "Hey, there is part of me that's feeling unsure. What part is that, and how can I support that part? What would help this to feel safer?" We can use our physical sensations as a way to begin experimenting with this. We don't have to just do cognitive things. So we could just like press a gentle hand on your heart, on your arm, on your cheek. I like to actually start with a stuffed animal because it feels safer to offer the stuffed animal some gentle care. And in doing that, I can sort of like expose myself to the gentleness without the fear of having to do it directly to myself. Um, and you can do it just for a few seconds at a time. I like this idea of just letting a little bit of care in, like you would a little bit of warm sunshine on your skin. Okay. So, and we're just gonna keep coming back to like, this is wisdom. There's not like something cruel or mean or wrong about this resistance to receiving care. It's just how we survived. It was built there to help keep us safe. So, as we continue to interact and learn about this, we can start to invite in some practice really slowly on our own terms, reminding ourselves that nourishment is something that all beings deserve and have the right to. It is not something that you have to earn. The trees don't have to earn the rain or the sunshine. It's just a part of being on the planet. And we can start to do some check the facts, which is another DBT skill. When we do receive kindness or care, just start checking like, is it safe in this current reality? What are some of the things that happen after someone says something kind to us? And have we had any experiences of receiving where we felt safe? And what was happening in those experiences so that we can start to have some evidence about what we might associate with safety already and use that to kind of build off of. And we can do journaling about this. We can chat with ChatGPT about it and ask other people about it. It's a really interesting topic and something that, we receive a lot of conditioning about. So explore it, see what feels right for you. Another piece that I encourage folks to do with me or with other therapists or friends is to just name it like, hey, I have a hard time receiving. And there may be times when I'm like, hey, I know you're trying to be nice right now, but it actually feels uncomfortable for me to receive kindness or love from you. And that can be a great thing for to just like bring out in the open so that we don't have to be struggling with it on our own. Okay, lots of love.